Hey guys, what's up? It's Arz, and I'm proud to announce I am your coach of the Columbus Croconaws in a new UCL type draft league called the SDS, aka the ShowDown series. Now, you can already see some of my draft, and I'm just gonna talk about it a little. Hold up, wait, hold on. But while I'm talking about, oh man, hold up, I got these dimensions all messed up. Hold on, jeez, hold up, bam, wait, hold, right there, and can you, how far down can you see? Right there. You know what, whatever, we're just gonna be going over the team, so dimensions don't really matter. But there's 8 of us in the league, and you know how the league thing goes. It goes in a snake style format where you pick your picks and then you go back and you pick them again. You all know how the league format works. But and it was a UCL one, so it wasn't like GBA, it was UCL. And what's fun too is not just OU, RU, and NU, you also get free picks in PU, so you have 15 Pokemon, which is a lot. And considering there's 8 coaches, that makes things a lot more interesting, because a lot of Pokemon aren't gonna get drafted, and a lot of Pokemon are gonna get drafted. They're like, oh, I didn't expect that to get drafted, and how did that not get drafted? Since there's just not as many people in the league. However, my plan going into this draft was to pick up Manaphy first and Victini second, like go back to back wherever I was. However, I was, I think I was 6th. I was either I think it was 6th. Yeah, I was 6th in the OU pick. So I was, honestly, at that point, I was like, you know what? I'm probably not going to get Manaphy. So let's think about what else I got. But I still got Manaphy, which is amazing. And I also nicknamed them all for what their nickname is probably going to be throughout the season. It's my boy, Manafizzle, is on the squad. This thing is so amazing. You know, the classic leftovers, hydration, you got the rain dance rest, you got the classic tail glow, you got the scald, you got the energy ball, you got the signal beam, you got so many moves. Just look at the things this thing gets. It gets ancient power, blizzard, calm mind, dazzling gleam, facade, ice beam, knockoff, hidden powers, light screen, reflect, psychic, return, shadow ball, U-turn, waterfall, toxic. All these moves. Acid armor. Are you kidding me? That's busted, yo. Yeah, this is gonna be a great season with Manaphy on my team. Manafizzle, I'm glad you could join the squad. I'm really glad you could join the squad. Alright. So, plus, look at these stats. Hundreds across the board. I can build this thing however the hell I want. Offensive, defensive, bulky offense, bulky defense. Like, you name it. Manafizzle got it covered. Now, next pick. I was 6th, so I had a better chance of getting something else that I wanted. And unfortunately, I was gonna pick Jirachi originally, but yeah, somebody got it before me, like in the middle of when I was picking. So I was like, you know what? It's fine. I still got my boy Paco. Yeah, I got Mew. Oh, I love Mew. I love me some Mew. Yo, never sleep on Mew. This thing can run anything. It can run Acrobatics, Ancient Power, Aqua Tail, Aura Sphere, Avalanche, Baton Pass, Blizzard. No, it can't run Blizzard. Bison, Brick, Bulk Up, Bullet Seed, Calm Mind, Dark Pulse, Defog, Dazzling Gleam, Double Edge, Dragon Claw, Dragon Pulse, Dragon Tail, Drain Punch, Drill Run, Earth Power, Explosion, Energy Ball, Earthquake, Facade, Fake Out, Fireplay, Fire Press. So many moves! Yes! Oh, nice. Yo, I like me some Mew. I like Mew a lot, because you can't predict what it's going to do. You just can't. Of course, you know, you got that classic bulky set with the Willow and the Defog and the Roost and the Psychic, sure, and the Psychic. You got that set, and you can make it bulky with the lefties. Or if I want to be great, if I want to use the good set, I could use Expert Belt with like Ice Beam, a Volt Switch, like Flamethrower, like there's so many things I can do with this thing. Earth Power even, like I can do so many things with Paco, and that's why I love Mew, and I hope I can just show its power throughout this season. Alright, so now I have Manaphy and Paco. I was like, alright, so for my next pick, I don't know what I'm gonna pick. Then I was looking up and down the OU, and I saw this thing was still on the board. How? I don't understand how this thing was still on the board. This thing is a first pick by far. This thing is a first pick 1,000,000,000%. This thing is a first pickup. Because this thing, look at these stats. 80 HP, which never sleep on that. 100 attack, 120 free defense, 122 special attack, 120 special defense, and 80 speed. That is good. That is really good. Especially for a bulky mon like this, especially one that gets reliable recovery and synthesis. You got the classic sleep powder. I can run a rest sleep talk set, not that I'm gonna, but hey, that's an option. I can run bullet seed. I can run bullet seed. I can even run Swords Dance knockoff. Like, I can do a lot of things with Thickums, which will be great. I'm not sure if Thickums gonna be my permanent name. It probably will, because I don't really have a nickname idea. But this takedown, even if I want to, like this thing will be a great addition, especially because I'm already forming Firewire Grass Core with Thickums and Manaphy. All I need to get is my Fire type, which we'll get to that in a sec. But yeah, so this thing is just so fat, so great, and I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I got a reliable wall. Now, I was thinking, all right, so I have Hazard Control and Mew, but I don't want Mew to be my Hazard Control. So I was like, alright, my plan going into Yu was to pick Entei. And I was 4th pick in Yu, and when I looked at my team and then I looked back, I was like, you want no. iDrone's S7 is way more important to my team than Entei. Because this thing, look, okay, this is a less versatile scissor. Actually, you know what? No, I don't care what anyone says. This has the same typing as scissor. It does so many things well. It gets leftovers. You look at these stats and you think, oh man, this thing is weak on the special defensive side. Do not sleep. Do not sleep on this thing's special defense. You know, you got Volt Switch, you got all, and Paco only had Stealth Rocks and Defog. No, I got a reliable spinner, which I really wanted. I didn't just want Mew to be my only defogger, because I want Mew to be versatile. You know, you got like special sets with Flash Cannon, you got spikes, toxic spikes, you got every single hazard in the game except sticky webs, like rocks, everything, and it does it really well. This thing can roll out a lot of things, and then, you know, you got Gyro Ball and like all these different things, so many things. Like, does this thing get Mirror Coat? No, there's no way this thing would get Mirror Coat. If it got Mirror Coat, that'd be awesome. Yo, Autotomize. Ooh, I could run an Autotomize if I wanted to. Pain Split too. Protect. Yo, nice. Rock Polish. Ooh. Ooh, nice. Alright, so with that out of the way, I was like, alright, so what's my next pick gonna be? And then this thing, I don't know how this thing wasn't drafted when it got back to me. I have no idea how this thing got back to me. When I saw iDrones, I was looking down, and I was like, I saw iDrones, I was like, okay, you know what, iDrones is way more important to my team, so I'm gonna grab him. I was thinking, I was like, alright, so I'm not gonna grab Entei. What's the better fire type that I could get? Entei was still there. How, dude? How? I could run Choice Band literally every week, and it would still be amazing. You know, you got Sacred Fire, Flare Bits, Extreme Speed, you know, Stone Edge, you know, all these amazing moves, physical. Let's see, you got Bite, Body Slam, Bulldoze, Crush Claw, you know, if you ever want. Double Edge, which don't sleep on Double Edge, that could be useful. Natural Gift, I want to have some fun. Iron Head, Iron Tail, you know, it's Strength, Secret Power, all these moves, Frustration. Like, this thing could be great. This thing could be this thing is gonna be phenomenal on my team, and that clears up my Firewire Grass Core, and quite an offensive Firewire Grass Core if you do ask me. I got 3 legends, two massive tanks, actually 5 massive tanks. Let's be honest. I mean, they can be massive tanks. And now a wall breaker, and then a sweeper, and then, you know, whatever I want Paco to be. Now, with Sacred out of the way, I was so happy I was able to get him. I was like, alright, I don't really have any idea for what I want to pick next. I got the things that I wanted, and I got my hazards, I got those. So I was like, you know what? Let's get a special wall breaker and adaptable the gouge. And oh my goodness, is this thing a wall breaker? This thing, adaptability Draco, okay? Adaptability Sludge Wave, adaptability Dragon Pulse. I can even run physical with Outrage. I can run Aqua Tail, Dragon Tail, Facade, Focus Blast, Haze even. And this thing gets another user to Toxic Spikes, which is very good. Because I like me some hazards. Like, you look at this thing's stats, you're like, 97 special attack, alright, you know, 322, that ain't bad. Then you look at adaptability, and then you look at some calcs, and you're like, oh my goodness, this thing is good. It has that 44 speed, which is its really only flaw besides its HP. But I mean, other than that, this thing will break some walls for me. This thing will break some walls. Now, I wanted boom. I wanted to boom burst. I tell you what, you know what's one thing I like in a Pokemon? Being able to click one move and decimate teams. That was one of the reasons I wanted Victini, because it can click one move. That move is V-Create, and something, if it's neutral, something is taking at least 70%. If it's resisted, at least 40% with a choice band. Like, that's why I wanted Victini. Unfortunately, didn't get it, but hey, that's fine. And so I was like, alright, I'm going to get Exploud as my first pick if I can. And luckily, I was able to. Now, this thing, it can do, it has a couple qualities in Boom Burst, Boom Burst, Boom Burst, and Boom Burst. It's like, this is all you need. Like, that's it. That's a wrap, man. It's a wrap for you. That's all you need. Boom! Because that's all it's going to be doing this entire season. This thing, just like Dragao, just special wall breaker, and this thing is quite the wall breaker. Plus, with 68 speed, you know, never sleep on that 68 speed. And these stats, ooh, nice. Now, with Dave. I named him Dave. But I needed a ground type, and I just kind of wanted some more versatility with Idrones and Mew, so I was like, alright, you know what? Let's get a ground type, and let's get a reliable stealth rocker and a heavy physical hitter with a 140 base. Look at these stats. Look, with Solid Rock, look at these. 115 HP, 140 attack, 130 defense. Whatever, it could be better, but still, I mean, it's not going to be much of a special tank, but hey, when I need them to come in, honestly, I wanted a ground type, and the reason I wanted a ground type is Volt Switch, because it can just run house on my team if I don't have a Volt Switch immunity, which is exactly why I got Rhyperior for that reason. However, you know how, oh, Rhyperior, but he's weak to the hidden powers. Well, number one, Solid Rock. You will not die to like any move ever from a special attacker. You just won't. You just won't, unless it's like Choice Spec, Stab, Surf, Hydro Pump, something like that. Even then, you could probably take that. But still, this thing is amazing. I wanted it, and half the time I want to bring Rhyperior in to stop the Volt Switch, and then if he goes for his hand power, I can double out to something else, and he loses all his momentum. He just loses it all. And that's what's great about this thing. Plus, you know, it gets Stealth Rocks, another Stealth Rocker, Earthquake, Dragon Tail, Roar, Power Up Punch, you know, if I want to have some fun. I can even run Special, you know, not that I'm good. Ooh, Dynamic Punch. Wait, what is Guard Split? Averages defense and special defense stats with target. Okay, I'm never bringing that. Whatever. I mean, it's an option. So, Dave, glad you're on the team. Now, next up, I need a fairy type, and he's stupid and dumb, and wish, protect, toxic spikes, you know, toxic blast, calm mind, you know, you know the set. He's dumb, okay? He's dumb. Next up, we got Boyd. I was so happy. I was looking at my team. You look at my team. You see, it hits one specific speed tier, and that's 100. Nothing above it. I was like, all right, you know what? I don't have very good U-turn. I mean, yeah, I have Manaphy and Mew. I mean, Mew's good U-turn, but still, I want some more U-turn. And I was hoping this thing wouldn't get picked, because up until this point, I was like, all right, I want Earthquake immunity. I want something that can click Brave Bird. I want something that's fast as hell. And I saw Swell. I was like, oh, no. I hope I can get that thing. I expected this thing to get picked before me, but guess what? I had the first pick in NU, so I was guaranteed Swellow. This thing got the Flame Orb Guts, boy. This thing hits hard with Facade. And one of the best moves in the game. There's Scald, Knockoff. Like, there's so many good games, but I have a physical wall breaker now. Like, I mean, this thing's a sweeper, let's be honest. With that Facade, ooh, you know that's gonna be good. Plus Brave Bird, I mean, it kind of kills it. The only problem is it kills itself, and you might be thinking, oh, why do you have a normal Boom Burster and then a normal Facade? It's because normal is a great stab. What resists normal? Rock, Steel. Oh, okay. What else? Yeah, nothing. And guess what? I mean, this thing gets walled by a... But I mean, Ghost. Oh, really? You're gonna switch into a Ghost type on a Swallow. Smart move, my man. Smart move. But yeah, I Swallow. Great. You know, it's got... And it gives me more priority in Quick Attack, which is very nice. And another Defogger if push comes to shove. So I'm really glad I got all the speed in this Pokemon. Unfortunately, it's 125 speed. I'm so happy I got it because of how fast it is. Should I have gotten some more speed? Probably, but I think having Boyd is good. Next up, I didn't have a Ghost type, nor did I have a, like, Electric type. So I went with regular Rotom, filling both those roles for me. This thing is great. Nice choice Scarf. Shout out to Game Boy Luke, by the way. Nice choice Scarf. You know, nice set Levitate with the Volt Switch. No, not Suits. Volt Switch. You know, the Trick. Willow. I can even run Bulky Trick with Hex. You know, like, yeah. I like Rotom a lot. Yeah, I've used thing in NU, and it can be power. It can be power, especially with like the Spell Tag set. Whew. Ooh, Spell Tag. Oh my goodness, this thing does a lot of damage after the Hex boost. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to get Rotom. Now we got some Volt Turn going on, which is pretty nice. Then I picked John. You already know, like, John Cena, but I'm just gonna name him John, because I like that. I like him being named John. I do like that. But I was looking up and down NU, and nothing really caught my eye. I was thinking, you know, I could get Cradilly, but I already have Dave, and I already have Venusaur. I mean, maybe the War Immunity probably would have been really nice. Maybe should have gone with that. But I decided, you know what? Let me get the homie John. Close combat. U-turn, like this thing, Uproar, like this thing, bulk up, your body slam. Ooh, this Final Gambit, nice Facade. I can run Special Focus Blast. Hey, and one thing I gotta point out, I can run Defiant with Overheat, kill something that's really low, get +2 attack, and then who's coming in to take me on? Nothing, because this thing will have so much attack, it's insane. So I got John. Am I gonna use it? Who knows? Maybe it'll come like a couple times this season. Who knows? But I just got it because I didn't have a fighting type. Maybe I should have got something with like a better knockoff. But I looked, yeah, that was what I was thinking. I looked at NU and I looked at the things get knockoff. Nothing really good got knockoff that caught my eye in NU. So I just went with a fighting type. Now, last 3 Pokemon I got. These were like, PU was the place where it was like, alright, you can kind of pick seriously, but you know, also you don't have to if you don't want to. I did, but I didn't really like focus on my picks. I just felt what was best for the team. So I picked Lagnest. You know why I picked Lagnest? So if I don't want to run like stealth everything on Fortress, and I don't want to bring Fortress that week, I could bring Crustle, because Lagnest is a monster, and it can shell smash with the Rock Blast, the X-Scissor, the Knockoff, the Earthquake, all of those moves. And you know what it gets? It gets Spikes. It gets Stealth Rocks. Does it get Toxic Spike? No, it gets Toxic. But hey, that is very reliable, especially with Custep Bear. Ooh, you know this thing's gonna be good. Now, next up, I got me some hot hands with Simisear. You look at my team, you see Entei, and you're like, okay, that's a cool fire type, and it's physical. I mean, you could run special, but I was like, you know what, I'll pick up Simisear, because this thing's cool. You know, it has knockoff. It's got the Grass Knot, it's got the Flamethrower, it's got the Fire Blast, it's got the Brick Break, it's got the Acrobatics, it's got the Toxic Taunt, Superpower, Sub, Shadow Claw. Like, will I bring it? You know, maybe. Who knows? I might bring it. But it's just there. I didn't really have anything in mind. I kept looking back and I was like, well, I already have something in my team that does that. I already have something in my team that does that. Like, I was thinking about Stoutland, but after I already had Swallow and Exploud, I was thinking, you know what, I have too much Normal on my team. I don't need it. And then I went with Cram, the Leavanny. Nice and focused sash. Nice and focused sash with the Swarm Overcoat, whatever you want. It's got sticky webs. It's got Swords Dance swagger. It's got the Swords Dance Baton Pass. You know, it's got all that greatness. Like, this one, I was like, you know what? I don't really have anything in mind. So you know what? Let me get some sticky webs. Just put some offensive pressure on my opponents if I want to. It just gives me another option for team building. It just does. But with that, yeah, I got my squad. Looks really solid to me. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.